We're a few hours out from tonight's Sky Bet League 2 game against Crawley here at SJP, and it's time for another pitch update with Chaz. 3 in a week, aren't you lucky? Chaz, how are we doing?
Yeah, we're all right. Caught me in the middle of it all again on the mower. Taking the height of cut down a little bit because I feel spring's in the air. Nice bit of moisture about and a bit of warmth and longer days and everything's positive on the grass growing front anyway, but rest of the world's a bit of a mess, but not much we can do about that. We can only do our little bit to keep our spirits up. So yeah, it's just cutting the grass a bit shorter, and yeah, we've done a bit of itching and scratching and cajoling of the surface after the game on Saturday, and then a nice bit of heavy rain. So it should play as well, if not better, than it did on Saturday. So yeah, great, all good stuff.
You're certainly right about the weather. It's been lovely today. Now, you've got a bit of explaining to do. What went wrong on Saturday? Because you made your unexpected Exeter City debut about 20 minutes in. There was a slight interruption to the game. I'm sure you can explain what happened there.
Well, yeah, if it was easy, anyone could do it, couldn't they? But yeah, the pop-up system is an automatic system. And the thing about automatic things is they sometimes don't go right. Yeah. And I give the cameraman a soaking earlier on this season, which he had to put his laptop in rice, so he told me. I think he was blagging me a bit and trying to make him feel sorry for him, but I did feel sorry for him because that water's pretty powerful. But yeah, so basically I've got a few props here. So basically this is the valve that turns the pop-ups on and off, and these two wires get a pulse sent to them, a calling sign, and a little solenoid pulls that back in and it turns this valve on. So the little diaphragms and stuff, that's basically what it is. It's a diaphragm valve and a solenoid which operates the diaphragm valve, and all it takes is the tiniest grain of sand or anything to get on any of these seals, that one there particularly, and just hold it off its seat, and it lets a little bit of pressure through. And that's what was happening 20 minutes in. There's a tiny bit of water getting through. This is under immense pressure, about 9 bar, which is a huge amount of pressure, which obviously gets the pop-ups up. And there was a tiny leak just seeping past the seal, and it was just pulsing every now and then. There's a spring on the pop-up, and every so often the pressure would build up under the spring, pop it out, drop it down again. So it wasn't there all the time. It was there intermittently, but obviously they couldn't play football. And they needed a man who knew what he was doing to sort it out. So I had to do the very arduous task of walking up here thinking, now what am I going to do here? I can't make a fool of myself here. So that's why I walked quite slowly to make sure I didn't make an idiot of myself. And I kind of, just all I did was turn the valve off. I leave a valve, turn it to the off position, and that manually shuts everything off. So no water can then pass that valve. So it's actually quite straightforward really, but it was important that I cracked it first time.
And I think I heard Matt Taylor shouting your name quite loudly, actually. Made the most of the situation. You gave the crowd away, 5,500 people with a round of applause. That's not bad, is it?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to take it on the chin. You know, I'm responsible for everything that's out here. So, you know, if there's anything to do with the ground side of things, it's my responsibility. And there was a little bit of a murmuring and a few words were said. So I had to. I was going to do the full Ronaldo, but I thought that was possibly a bit over the top.
Blimey, I think I'd pay to see that, and I'm sure you would. On to tonight's game, third in a week here. Pitch is looking really good once again, mid-prep. I think, you know, we've spoken about the pitch before compared to last season, but you're obviously really happy with where we're at the moment.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's, you know, we all said this time of year, this is when we need a decent pitch, so we can push on, and God willing, a bit of luck and a fair wind and a smooth sea, and you know, we should have a decent run in, and hopefully the pitch will only play positively into that scenario, which is basically what we're looking for. We're looking for a pitch that didn't have a negative effect on the way we wanted to play, and you know, it's having a positive effect by all accounts from what everybody says, and that's what we wanted, and that's what we've got. So you know, we can only pat ourselves on the back as a club to say, you know, we've got what it said on the tin, and you know, we'd like to think that this is the way forward, and with future investment in the maintenance of this surface, there's no reason why it can't be, you know, getting up to this sort of standard at this time every year. So, but But like everything, it's regular investment, the right type of investment at the right time, and this is where we are, and we don't want people talking about the pitch. We want people talking about the football.
Quite right. I think got the team out putting another cut on the pitch. What else is there to do before tonight's game? Well,
it'd just be a cut tonight. The white line's really good there from Saturday. We put a really strong white line on Saturday. There's no point in chucking more paint on that because it won't make any difference. So we will be getting a little bit of a shorter cut, just a nice slow cut, get a nice rolling action on the pitch, keep it nice and smooth, and then it'll be the goals out, relay the sky banners, temporary goals, and then think about what we're going to have for afternoon tea.
Any thoughts yet?
I'm feeling Danish, really, apricot Danish type thing, maybe a bit sort of Frenchy type thing. I like the French cake shops, so we'll see what we can find up the co-op in that department. Maybe an apricot Danish would be nice.
Sounds lovely. Well, there we go. Next time we'll catch up with Chaz. We'll see what he did have in the end. Hopefully it was an apricot Danish. I quite fancy one of those as well. Chaz, thank you very much. We'll let you crack on, and we'll speak to you again in, a couple of weeks' time. Hopefully in the week.
Cheers, guys.